Good morning, Terrence. Get your little broomy pie and dust the floor off.
The truant officer says I gotta have more time with my AB abs every day.
Oh, you are not perchance referring to your ABCs, I trust. After you have shampooed the floor and tied it up, I'll proceed with your education.
Good morning, Papa.
Oh, good morning, Oleata, daughter of mine. What were you doing out last night until 20 minutes to 9? You know you're only 32.
Oh, I went to the Moon Pictures.
Moon Pictures, eh? Moon Pictures. Some kind of a baseball game, is it?
Cuthbert took me.
Cuthbert, that fishy swab.
Well, you don't know him.
I don't have to know him. Anybody with a name like Cuthbert.
Well, you got an Uncle Cuthbert.
I had an Uncle Cuthbert. They hung him. Have respect for the deceased. Customers. I feel I'll be plenty busy today. Good morning, ladies. Can I be of service to you, Miss Dan?
Is there a lady in attendance?
Lady in attendance?
Yes.
No, not right now. I'll run upstairs and have Mrs. Dillwig wait on you. That good stare business. Listen, dear, there are two women downstairs. They won't talk.
Oh. Nonsense. Imagine women not talking.
That's what I thought. They won't talk to a lady. They want to talk to a lady, rather. Go downstairs and wait on them.
Well, I'm certainly not going down this way. I ought to have some decent clothes if you're going to make me a clerk in your new drugstore.
Oh, well.
I really ought to go down to the beauty shop and have a facial.
Boy, keep those women waiting down there for 2 hours?
Oh, that's only a metaphor. I'll be down as soon as I get dressed.
Poor sacroiliac again. She'll be right down, ladies. Mrs. Dillwig, I beg your pardon. I can't remember my wife's name, but down half a tick, yeah.
Half of what?
She will be right down, dear.
Oh. Hey, are you going to learn me my lessons or not?
Oh, yes, Terrence. Now, wait a minute. I know he's going to have a busy day. Now, let me see now. Where is that arithmetic book? Oh, here it is. Here. Oh, here's the education. Oh, here. Here, now, look here. Now, take words like this, now. What is an eavesdropper? Eavesdropper.
Eavesdropper?
Yeah.
An eavesdropper is a icicle.
What?
A icicle.
A icicle? Not a icicle. A icicle, that's right.
No, if you'll pardon me, it's an icicle.
I beg your pardon?
An
icicle. Oh, that's right, yes, yes.
And even then, you're wrong.
Even then I'm wrong? Yes.
Well, it is rather a moot question. And I do not wish to flaunt my perspicacity, but an eavesdropper is not a icicle,
no.
Nor a icicle,
No.
Yet not again an icicle.
No.
An eavesdropper is one who listens in.
Oh, I get it, yeah. I hope our listening audience gets a load of that. Why don't we come somewhere where it's quiet and discuss the whole thing? Say, how about that saloon next door? It's very, very quiet. Oh, excuse me, another customer. What can I do for you today, my good man?
I wonder.
Would you like a book?
Maybe.
Have you read Mother India?
Yes.
Oh. Mother Mazzetti? Through San Bernardino with gun and camera? Spaghetti and fork? It's the grated cheese of literature.
No.
The sex life of the polyp?
No.
Have you read Facts of Life by that young 17-year-old Pomona College boy?
No.
Oh, here. I never thought of it. Can I interest you in a stamp? A man flew in this morning from Washington with the fresh stamps. Haven't been off the air over an hour.
What color are they?
Oh, brown, purple, fuchsia, jealous green, Dubonnet. Oh, no, that's a drink.
Have you got any black ones?
Would you like me to dye one for you?
No.
Oh.
Is there a sale on them?
Oh, yes, yes. 3 2-cent stamps for a nickel. Special price today only.
All right, give me one.
Oh, thank you.
No, don't give me that dirty one. Give me a clean one. The one out of the middle.
Oh, thank you. Shall I send it?
No, I'll take it with me.
I must write to Washington and see if they have any blank stamps.
Now, why write to Washington? He's dead.
Very good, very good, very good. That's a crisp one. I never heard that before. Yes, indeed. Excellent. That's very good.
All right, come on, step on it.
Oh, yes. I'll put the stamp in this paper bag for you. There you are.
Thanks. Have you got change for a $100 bill?
No, I'm sorry I haven't. But thanks for the compliment anyway. I've heard a lot about them, but I never had one.
Well,
Never saw one.
Yeah, I'll have to pay you the next time I come in. Then.
Oh, that's all right. That's all
Say,
right.
by the way, what's that big sign you got out there? Souvenirs with every purchase.
Oh, yes. Pardon me. Souvenirs. Here they are right here, right up in this rack. You wish a 404 elephant gun? Pair of mounted silver tusks? Electric pocket watch or a spoon with baby Snook's head on it?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh,
Very
God.
sorry, but I'm afraid we can't wait any longer.
Huh? You can't wait any longer?
No.
Oh, excuse me a minute, ladies. I'm going upstairs. Oh, that's wonderful. I really felt I was running upstairs that time. It was so natural, I'm out of breath. Miss Stillwig, will you hurry up downstairs? Hurry up. Hurry up downstairs. Sounds foolish, doesn't it? So quick, I almost lost the humor of it myself. We're about to lose those two ladies' trade.
Oh, dear, just look at my hair.
I have.
Oh, I'm a fright.
I know it. I mean, quite the antithesis, yeah.
Oh, well, give me that hat.
All right, quick, go ahead. That double effect is good, too. It's wonderful. Here she is now, ladies. You won't have to wait much longer. Here.
What can I do for you, please?
Have you a powder room here?
Powder, men's, or women's? Gun or insect?
We just wanted to powder our noses. The streets are so dusty and fall.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It's just on the left, ladies. You fool, why didn't you tell them?
Why didn't they ask me?
The telephone's ringing.
Oh, is that the phone? I thought it was the good humor man that came. Hello, yes, it's Stillwig's drugstore. Miss Stillwig speaking in person. What's that? Oh, Mrs. Brooks wants, yes. How's the excuse me, how are Jimmy and Georgie? Both of them, eh? What a pity. That's fine, yeah. What do you want, a box of cough drops? Yeah. No, I'm very sorry. We can't split a box. No. Yeah, we can deliver them. Yeah, with pleasure. No, I said with pleasure. No offense. This afternoon, huh? Oh, yes. The new address, yes. Wait a minute. I'll write it down. Wait a minute, I'll get a pencil. Here it is, right here. 8 miles straight ahead on Route 9. Turn left 16 miles on Route 18. First house to the right of the hill. Beware of the dog, do not pick flowers. That was painted white. It was, that's very interesting. All right. I'll send our truck out with a box of cough drops right away.
Hey, I'm back again. This baby Snook spoon you gave me has torn my pocket.
Oh, that's unfortunate. She probably bit you. She's a vicious little devil. You're lucky she didn't mow you down. Here's one with Fanny Price's head on it. Here, come again.
Okay, that's better.
That's a very nice powder room you have in there.
Oh, we think so. Thank you. It's a very nice powder room, yes.
Well, we each took a box of powder.
Huh?
Took it for granted they were free samples.
Oh, yes, in a measure, yes. Did you try the soap?
Oh, yes, we did, but we didn't take any. The
No?
soap's on a chain, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
The soap's on a chain.
Yes, the soap is on a chain. Yeah, rather unfortunate. He didn't have a pair of pliers with him.
Did I understand you to tell that gentleman who was just here that you're giving souvenirs away today?
Oh, yes, that's quite so. Yes, quite so. Here you are. Here, these old... Wait a minute. These old Ming China vases.
Yes.
They're 4 feet high. Can you hold them?
Dear, well...
These vases, are 4,000 years old. Here you are.
Oh, well, haven't you something more up to date?
No. I'm sorry we haven't, no.
No handles on them either. Oh, well, I guess beggars shouldn't be choosers.
No, I guess not.
Good night.
Goodbye. Be careful of the horse cars. How do you do, sir?
How do you do? Have you any Dildoc, dyspepsia tablets for dogs?
Are you haunted? Let me see. No, I can't put my finger on the hand there. I don't on one of them for the moment. I'll tell you what we have, though. An advance shipment of Christmas trays. That nice drum and cymbals for the kiddies. That good? Rather tricky, don't you think so?
No.
You don't, eh?
No. You haven't any of the Dildoc products, eh?
I know we have them somewhere. I don't know where they are. They're at the present time. How about this? That good? See that? That's an old tuba and combination funnel for whiskey bottle. Here's a good thing. Here. Listen to this. Old Russian sleigh bells. Direct from Litvak.
Nope. Can't
No?
use them.
All right. Race for the ceiling, everybody. It's a stick-up.
Now, wait a minute, young man. Put that pistol down.
Come on, put 'em up. It's a
Look out.
stick-up.
You're a desperado. You can't fool me.
So what, Bats?
You're Prettyfoot O'Leary, the most dangerous, unscrupulous bandit west of Pismo Beach.
That's me.
Here, don't start shooting in here. If you're going to fight, go outside.
All right, boys. Give 'em both barrels.
Wait a minute. If those are the barrels I ordered yesterday, deliver them around to the rear. What's that telephone bell? There's a fine time to answer a telephone call. I'll see if I can reach that phone. It's on the top of the counter. Hello? Oh, another one through the front window. Dilwick's Drugstore. Mr. Dilwick speaking. We're being held up. I'm lying down on behind the counter. A puddle of soda water. My stomach's all wet. Pardon me. Yes. Just dropped 20 minutes ago. Yes, sir, they left 20 minutes ago. I'll check up on them as soon as they stop shooting.
Come on, pipe.
There's a fight going on here. Drugstore's being held up. Oh, I told you that, didn't I?
Come on, Bats. Now you're going to get it.
They got me.
Throughout the Middle Ages, the use of liquor was universal, and drunkenness was so common, it was unnoticed. They called it the Middle Ages because no one was able to walk home unless they were between two other fellows. I was the middle guy. Now, before I go any further, please do not labor under the misconception that I always have been a teetotaler. In my younger days, I was prone to take a nip. I chortle now at that former weakness in my otherwise strong character. But how well I remember my first encounter with the devil's brew. I happened to stumble across that typographical error. I happened to stumble across a case of bourbon and went right on stumbling for several days thereafter. Of course, now I touch nothing stronger than buttermilk. 90 proof buttermilk. I look on my days of revelry with scorn and reproachment, and shudder when I recall going to the corner saloon, tugging at my daddy's coattails, and saying, "Father, dear father, come home with me now, and bring a jug with you." However, I came from a very illustrious family. My great-grandfather was a friend of Benjamin Franklin. In fact, my great-grandfather would have discovered electricity, but he was too poor to buy a kite. He had to go out and hire one. I got a picture of him at home, standing in front of the town tavern. He was hiring a kite. Much higher. Now, many of you in the audience are giggling and scoffing and saying that I have given up strong drink only because the stuff is so hard to get nowadays. But you are in error. My basement is loaded. As I am. A pickpocket I once converted told me they have a school in Chicago, short for Illinois. A pocket-picking school. And the beginning rule they teach is no stimulants. They have to keep their heads clear and their fingers nimble. Why, friends, you set a bucket of beer in front of a pig, and he'll grunt and walk away. And so should you. Or would you rather be a duck? Back in my rummy days, I would tremble and shake for hours upon a rising. It was the only exercise I got. Now, don't say you can't swear off drinking. It's easy. I've done it 1,000 times. In closing, I would like to offer my own favorite recipe to take the place of intoxicants. It's a real thirst quencher. It's called the Raspberry Freeze, known in England as the Raspberry Freeze. Take 1 cup of pineapple juice, 2 cups of raspberry juice, 1, if you're in Europe, 1 cup of black tea, 3 cups of water, and 2 eggs, 2 egg whites. Freeze until half stiff. Well, when you're half stiff, everything is all right. I thank you. Some of my best friends, Don, are snakes.
Your best friends are snakes.
Yeah, particularly rattlesnakes. I'll never forget the time I found a rattlesnake imprisoned under a rock. He was there begging for succor. That means help. So I freed him, and with a grateful look in his eyes, he followed me home. Before I went to sleep that night, I made him a bed of one of my old undershirts. Yes, it was the undershirt. I wear woolen underwear, you know.
Yeah. Go on, Bill. Go on.
Summer and winter.
Now, look. Look, Bill, no one is interested in what you wear.
Well, that's funny. No man is interested in what another man wears. I had a blind dance.
What about the rattlesnake, Bill?
Don't be impatient. And as I bade the little rattlesnake good night, I patted him, her, it, on the head.
Was it a him, her, or it?
The tell you the truth, Don, I don't know. I never looked. You know, Don? You know, he actually licked my hand. And just before the little fellow curled up to sleep, he tried to kiss me.
Oh, this is very, very romantic, Bill. You're really touching the springs of my heart.
Oh, it was a beautiful night. I went to bed.
Yes. You went to bed.
Yes, I remember that very distinctly. Suddenly I woke. A ruffian had entered my boudoir with a fowling piece. He said to me, "Reach for the ceiling." He didn't know the roof was blowing off 2 days before.
But what happened to the ruffian, Bill?
Oh, he had his back to my beautiful little rattlesnake. There he lay, sweet little chap, breathing in pain, the tears running down his cheeks.
Well, I didn't know snakes had cheeks.
Call them what you may. Cheeks by any other name would still be cheeks to me. There he lay, as sick as a boiled owl.
Well, how do you know he was sick?
Oh, I really called a doctor. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. The little fellow sunk his fangs into the marauder's fetlock, held him tightly, whilst the marauder screamed with pain. My little friend, the snake, stuck his tail out the window and rattled for a constable.
Ah, yes, Bill, that is indeed gratitude.
And may I say in conclusion that I always smoke Jason Sand.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much, W.C. Fields.
Back again this week is that fabulous, unbelievable Dean of Demons, W.C. Fields. So hang on to your hats, folks. Here we go to Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, the unpredictable W.C. Fields has done it again. He swapped his newly acquired department store for a shiny new car and motored his way to Hollywood, where we find him organizing the offices of the W.C. Fields Promotions Unlimited, a concern that will promote anything from a model game to a World's Fair. As our scene opens, we
You want to tell him that you play Stafford, my assistant?
Oh, no, Mr. Fields. I'm an announcer, not an actor. I don't play parts in things.
You play parts and you'll put money in my business, too.
Why, preposterous.
Proceed, go on. You think it won't, eh?
All right, anything for peace. As our scene opens, we find Mr. W.C. Fields of the W.C. Fields Promotions Unlimited
Double billing,
entering the building in which the offices he has somehow promoted are located. He's greeted by his newly acquired secretary and the elevator operator.
Morning, Miss Crud. What brings you to the office so early this effulgent A.M.?
Well, I couldn't sleep. I'm living in a dormitory, and I went to bed last night between 8 and 9.
What, you couldn't sleep with a crowd like that in your bed? What a vicious pooch.
How do you like my new dog?
Dog, is it male or female?
No, it's a Russian wolfhound.
Oh, it gave me quite a stir. I thought it was a Rocky Mountain coot. I knew I might have been, but it wasn't a goat. You know, it is quite a different instinct. Further goats are herbivorous, while rover or canine familiaris belongs to the carnivorous family.
What family?
Carnivore family, dear.
Who are they?
People live next door. We'll be very busy now. Now, this morning, Miss Cron, I am making some very drastic changes in the personnel of my office. My heart is set on an intelligent, dependable, polite office boy. One that doesn't drink, not a lush, you know. Shall we take the lift?
Huh?
The Ascension, as we say in Cucamonga. Where's the elevator, Abraham?
I don't know, sir.
Nip upstairs and see if you can find it. It will be somewhere near the elevator shaft, I'm sure. Usually is. Nip up quickly.
Nip? You told me you didn't want anyone to nip around here. You said if there was any nipping to do, you'd do it.
Quiet, Abraham. Take it on the lamb. Be gone.
Yes, sir, Mr. Seals. Right away, sir.
Pardon me, dear. I'll press the button. There she goes.
perfect landing. Here he is now. After you, dear.
Thank goodness for the elevator. Anything to save my puppies.
Has your canine puppies?
Oh, puppies, my feet.
Oh, pardon me, I didn't get the hyperbole. What was your calling, your avocation before you became my secretary?
Well, I studied elocution.
Electrocution, very interesting, very interesting. Studied electrocution, eh? Must be quite a shock to those poor devils the first time they get it. My dear old father.
Elocution.
Oh, pardon my error. Have you already paid your teacher?
Yes, I have.
How unfortunate. Permit me to open the door, dear.
Thank you. Oh, be careful. Don't hurt him. He's a valuable dog.
Yeah?
You have to pay $100 for dogs of his breed.
You do, eh?
Imagine, that breed cost me $100.
Really? That's very interesting. $100 a breed. I have one at home. Must be worth about $900. He has more breeds than a golf course has holes. Must be worth $1,800, not counting the practice greens. Wonderful dog, though. Wouldn't harm a flea, even in self-defense. Did you hear that one before?
Many times.
Quiet. Skip that. The office. Go open the window, dear, Miss Crowd. What a beautiful view. The only place in California you can't see Catalina Island from on a clear day. Oh, mail galore. I'll open this one. Looks like an important letter. Sounds like an important letter. Did you rip your dress, dear? Yes, I live and breathe a letter from Pecora Boffindale. We shot sheep together in the Himalayas years ago. We'll answer that immediately.
I'll take my hat off.
Oh, yes, do. Pardon me. I'll remove mine, too. Are you ready, dear?
Is it all right if I take my coat off?
Oh, yes, go ahead, by all means. And I'll take this letter. My dear Pecora. Right, dear?
Do you mind if I take my sweater off?
Fish is fruit. No. You'd better keep your shoes on, though. You're liable to get a few splitters in your footsie pies.
Oh, I'll remember that.
Yeah, wonderful. Take the letter. My dear Pecora Boffindale, with reference to yours of the second ultimo, in regards to the baseball game and clam bake on the third proximo, he evidently doesn't like Proximo. Have Abraham take the dog over to the dog show.
Do you think he might win a prize?
I don't know, but meet some very fine dogs. How about that, Rover?
It's okay by me.
Is that all?
I wonder.
Shall I write that before I go to lunch or when I return?
Why don't you lie down and take a little nap first?
Oh, would you suggest I go to sleep?
Yes, I would. If you can sleep better lying down, by all means. Who's there?
Oh, it's that fresh kid I told you about. He's come to apply for a job as office boy.
Oh.
He's here with his sister.
Oh, he's here with his sister, eh? 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 Both of them. Here, send them in. Go ahead.
Just a moment.
Oh.
Come in, please. Right this way. Okay.
I'll do that. Oh, yeah, thanks to him. Little children, I am a ghost.
A ghost? Goat?
Ghost, no, ghost. What are you doing in my office at this time of the morning?
It ain't a question of what we're doing in this office at this time of morning. What are you doing out of your grave at this time of morning? Take that sheet off in your head or I'll crush every bone in your head.
Take the sheet off in your head. Okay. Remove your hat, please.
What for?
I just wanted to see if you were bald. We must have young men for this job and polite ones, too. Take a chair.
Okay.
Miss Crowd, where are the questionnaires?
I don't know.
That's all right. Don't get up.
I wasn't going to.
Now, that's fine. Here they are. Desk drawer opens and shuts. Thank you. Now we get back to the sketch game. Question number 1. How many states are there in the Union?
What union?
Ah, you got me there. You got me there good. It doesn't say. We'll skip that. What is the longest continent in the world?
Long Island.
Oh, no. You can't be right there. See if I can help you a bit. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute now. No. Yes, indeed. I thought I'd missed the page. I got it all right. Yes, indeed. Page 13, too. Hey, the longest continent... No, Long Island's not the longest continent in the world. See if I can help you this way. Now, let me say, where do elephants come from?
Circuses.
You're right in the measure. Let me put it this way. I'll get him down to South Africa. Who was Cecil Rhodes?
A man.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Very right. What did he do?
He died.
No.
Yes, he did. I know that for a positive fact.
Yes, I know he did,
Well, you
but...
said he didn't.
Well, let me put it this way, dear. Where did he spend the last days of his life?
In bed. He died there.
Oh. You seem to be answering these all right. Now, just wait a minute.
He died, I'm positive of that. I read it in a book. I saw it there as plain as the nose on your face.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes.
It must have been printed in red ink.
Terry.
It's all right. Don't chastise him. It makes me love the little chap all the more. What's the longest continent in the world? Now, here, let me try it this way. Where is Johannesburg?
Pennsylvania.
No.
Oh, yes, it is. We have relatives there. Johannesburg, Pennsylvania. We spent the best years of our life there one summer.
The best years of your life there one summer. Oh, that's fine. Well, to get back to the longest continent in the world again. What continent is south of Gibraltar? Now, listen attentively. A, F-R-I-C, A.
Africa.
Huh?
Africa.
What'd you say?
Africa.
Africa. Is that the way they pronounce it? Wait till I look at the map and I'll say. Yes, that's right. I think I had it right. Now, where do elephants come from?
India.
He crossed me.
Say, are you smoking a carrot or is that your nose?
I can't sleep with all this talking going on. Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
Do anything you like, Miss Crime.
This is the Lucky Strike program.
Mr.
Fields.
I never opened my mouth at
Come
the
on.
radio.
Get out of here.
I
Come on,
haven't
get out.
promoted anything yet. The sketch hasn't even started.
Come on, get out.
Wait a minute. Let me go.
It'll be quite a while before the census man gets around again to count noses, so we won't wait for the census man. We'll take our own private non-census now, and there's only one nose to count because behind this redwood proboscis is our own W.C. Fields. Well, Bill, how you feeling?
Don, I feel highly irrelevant, incompetent, and immaterial.
Somebody may object to that.
Objection overruled. Just continue. Then I feel greatly relieved, Don.
Greatly relieved of what, Bill?
I relieved of 12 grand. Don, do you know this is Father's Day? Did you know my father was a doctor?
Is that so, Bill?
Yes, he treated a man for 3 years for yellow jaundice. Then found out he was a Chinaman.
Say, Mr. Fields, I read in the paper where you consume 2 quarts of liquor a day. What would your father think about that?
He'd think I was a sissy. Where I'll squeeze every drop of our wood alcohol out of your body.
Bill, you should be kind. Remember, this is Father's Day.
It was always Father's Day in our home, Don.
Oh, it was, huh?
It was never Mother's Day or Grandmother's Day.
Uh-huh.
It was always eat an apple a day.
Oh, yes, Bill, I see.
Father would never eat an apple, Don. He always preferred the juice of that succulent pippin. Isn't it peculiar, Don? Every time Father asked for an apple, he would always refer to everyone as Jack.
Well, what do you mean, Bill?
He'd always say, give me a little apple, Jack. Sweet joke, don't you think so, Don?
Yes, sure. But, Bill, you were just saying this is Father's Day.
Oh, yes, I know. Everybody will be talking about Father today. The air will be just glutted up with eulogies of Pater. There were many beautiful and touching tributes dedicated to Father by the poets and the tie manufacturers of this great and grand and glorious United States of ours.
All right, Bill.
These great United States, including the Samoan Islands, the Hawaiian Islands, the Philippine Islands,
Yes, Bill, all
and the
the
great seaward purchase now known as Alaska.
All right, Bill. All right. Okay.
And the Eskimos. We mustn't leave out the Eskimos, Don.
No.
You know, Don, there isn't one shower bath in a million Eskimos' igloos.
Well, what's that got to do with Father's Day?
I don't know. It somehow reminds me of my father. Don, you remember this poem? Father, dear father, come home with me now. The clock in the steeple clangs 1. At that time in the morning, Father couldn't even get out of his chair, let alone go home.
Oh, Bill, Charlie has a poem about his father, too.
Yes, I know it. Little by little, the acorn grew. Would have been much better if the squirrel had eaten the acorn instead of burying it.
Too steady.
Oh, my.
Once in a forest primeval, the murmuring pines and hemlock.
The wood alcohol has gone to that kid's head.
2 quarts a day.
Restrain him. Restrain yourself, my diminutive little chum. This is Father's Day, and love permeates my bosom. Charles, my father wrote a poem about your father. Woodman, woodman, spare that tree. Touch not a single bough. In early youth it sheltered me, and now it holds me up.
Oh, that's beautiful, Bill.
Yes, it was, Don.
Yes.
But despite all of my father's remonstrations and pleadings, that was the day they cut down Charlie's father. Yes, they clipped him and they mowed him down.
I have never seen my father, Mr. Fields.
Oh, that's terrible. Go out and look in my woodshed. Maybe there.
Mr. Fields, could I call you Dad? What do you say, Mr. Fields, huh?
Well, on second thought, Charles, you have paid me a great compliment, my little twig. I shall be your pudgy little dada.
Oh, thank you.
Until the stroke of 1 or 12, rather.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes.
Oh, Pop.
Yes, my own little flesh and timber.
Say, Dad, can you lend me $5?
Here it comes.
Can I use your new necktie tonight? And, Dad, can I play with your loaded dice and your marked cards? You know.
I must deny you that, my dear son. I shall need those proclivities as I am attending the Tri-State that's it, got it. Ladies' Free Tatting and Whist Club.
But, Father, wouldn't that be dishonest?
Sir, you impugn my honor. Oh, where? I'll drive a nail in your chest.
Say, Charlie, I think you better go ahead with your poem.
Yeah, here it is. Too steady.
My father was a powerful man, Don.
Primeval, the
Oh,
murdering
stop him. Take him away. My father was the president of a bank once, Don.
Your father was really the president of a bank, Bill?
Yes, he was. He and another Eskimo.
Oh, wait, Bill. Wait, another Eskimo and your father?
Perhaps I should have said my father and another Eskimo.
All right, Bill, all right. Your father was president of the bank.
Well, he wasn't exactly the president, Don. He was a sort of a treasurer. He swept out the bank, to tell you the truth.
Oh, well, that's different.
But he was a fine sweeper, Don. He was a clean sweeper, the best all-around the corner sweeper in the bank.
Bill.
He and another fellow were cleaning out the bank one night. But the police officer, the union, somebody got after him for working overtime.
Too steady.
Oh, in
Once
the game.
in a forest primeval.
Filled with termites and boll weevil. That'd be good there, wouldn't it, Don? Can't understand why the author left that one out.
Oh, the murmuring pines and the hemlocks.
Father, dear father, come home with me now. I could see the little darlings tugging at his shirt, at his sleeves.
Bill.
The clock in the steeple clangs too.
Yeah.
Clang, clang.
Clang,
Clang, clang. If I had a voice, I'd get in there.
Bill, the clock in the steeple strikes 2. Was your father still lost?
Oh, no, Don. Father was never lost. Mother always knew where to find him. She'd look out the kitchen window and see him lying out there on the grass, on the snow in the wintertime. And she'd say, children, your father has had a drink or two. We children could never tell. We'd think he was dead.
Yeah, but, Bill, you were telling me what a powerful man your father was.
Oh, yes. Father was right, a very little chest, but his stomach expansion was about 7.5 feet. And stomach muscle stuck out to here.
Yeah?
And he had a head shaped like a Rocky Ford cantaloupe. I don't know what's the matter up here.
Was he?
Was he? Oh, yes. That doesn't fit, but it's okay. Anything is okay.
Now is my chance. Too steady.
Oh, he's coming
Once
again.
in a forest primeval.
Father, dear father, come home with me now.
Bill, please.
The clock in the steeple clangs 3.
Yeah.
Clang, clang, clang. What is the sound I hear?
It's the murmuring hemlocks. Jingle, jingle, jingle. The clock is clocking.
Jingle, jingle. What a smart boy. Think they ring sleigh bells in church steeples.
Bill, the clock in the steeple strikes 3. What happens then?
That was a signal for Father to go home. 3 strikes and Father was out.
You mean he went home, Bill?
No, he went out just like a light.
He was quite a remarkable man, wasn't he, Bill?
Oh, yes, he was, Don. He was very dignified, too. I remember one day he was walking by a circus tent, minding his own business as usual, when a lady stuck a finger out through a hole in the dressing room tent, right into Papa's eye.
That was a cowardly thing for her to do, Bill.
Oh, yes, it was, Don. Yes, it was. Pardon my levity.
Did your father stop to say anything to her?
No, Don. He was always a gentleman. He kept right on going. Fell down 3 or 4 times before. Naturally. Used to do that to make the children laugh. Finally staggered, he tripped, he walked through the swinging doors and right up to his room on the 16th floor of the Buster House.
The Buster House?
Yeah, the old Buster House, Don. It was later called the new Buster House and is now called the Buster House.
Oh, that's the place.
Yeah, all outside rooms, the sun streaming in day and night.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill. Who ever heard of the sun streaming in at night?
Midnight sun, Don?
Oh, yeah. Beg your pardon, Bill?
Yeah. As I was telling you, Father just been to the circus.
Yeah, go on, Bill.
He no sooner removed his habiliments, that means clothing, Don.
Oh, yes.
Socks, shoes, button gaiters, shirts, and could I say undervestments? Or undergarments?
No.
Anyway, he took them off.
And his hat?
Oh, no, he never took his hat off, Don. He usually slept in his hat, peculiar habit, a light sort of a fawn gray fedora with a little feather in the side. Looked very chipper, Don. Usually wore smoked glasses. and was very fond of smoked herring.
Yes, Bill.
Very
go on.
fond of that.
Yeah, go on.
With mustard.
Yes, Bill, go on.
English mustard.
Bill, will you please go on?
Funny how a man prefers strong mustard to mild mustard, Don.
All right, Bill, all right. Your father got his clothes off and got into bed.
With his hat on. Don't leave that out. Yes, he got that habit from Mother. She always slept with her shoes on. In case of fire.
Yeah, all right, Bill, all right.
No sooner took his clothes off and got into bed with his hat on, the little general walked into the room. His father explained later, the general wasn't over a foot high, Don.
Yeah.
The little general looked at my father and he said, "Come on, boys, surround him." My father sneered. And then he leered.
Yeah. All right, continue,
He
Bill.
never sneered without leering.
Yeah. But, Bill, what happened?
Oh, yeah. Was his mind alert? What a hair-trigger brain.
Yeah, well, what did your father do when the little general said, surround him, boys?
Oh, yes. Father saw the little general and his corps of orderlies. They all had whiskers. They called them the Flying Muscovites.
What, you mean all these little generals only a foot high had whiskers, Bill?
Right, yes, that's right, Don. There they stood with muskets aimed surrounding my father, but father was unafraid, unabashed, undressed, on everything.
Oh, your father was in a tough spot, Bill. Well, what did he do?
Father threw a sheet over his head, completely confusing the army, and before the little general could say fire, my father jumped right over their heads and out of the window. 16 stories. The old brain was still working.
Did your father jump right onto the sidewalk, Mr. Fields?
Yeah, no. Can you beat that? When he got to the 5th floor, he happened to think that he'd forgotten his life insurance policy. So he jumped right back to the 16th floor again.
Did he find it, Mr.
Oh,
Fields?
take him away, Edgar. He's full of sap. Now, the dear father, come home with me now.
True, Daddy. Once
The
in a
clock
forest
in the
mighty
steeple
road,
strikes far.
over early.
Clang, clang, clang. What is this sound I hear? The ambulance is
Before this
coming.
father stuff goes any farther, thank you, Edgar Bergen
The
and Charlie
doctors,
McCarthy,
the
and
interns,
thank you
nurses,
very much,
highly
W.C.
relevant,
Fisher. Thank
incompetent.
Say, Edgar, what about that golf tournament that you and W.C. Fields were supposed to play off yesterday? Who won?
Well, we didn't get very far, Bill.
You didn't, Ed? What was the matter?
Well, I should have known better than to let Charlie caddy for us, of course.
Well, Edgar, do you mean there was trouble?
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Bill. See, Charlie and I got out there first, and it was a beautiful morning. It was a great day, and a perfect day for golfing.
I see. And,
Did we have to get out here so early, Bergen? You know, it's awful cold out here this time of day.
Yeah.
You know, I just bet you anything Mr. Fields doesn't even show up at this time.
Oh, well, now, he promised he would be here at 6:30.
He did,
Yes, he did.
Me, my books, and my bottle. Give me my books. I'm a sucker for singing out that little Jane Powell. Wouldn't she be marvelous? My voice isn't anything like hers at all.
No, it is no. W.C. voice.
Yeah.
You're a walking ad for black coffee, Bill.
Oh, wait a
Hello, Mr. Fields. Hello.
Hello, my little chum. I was thinking of you only yesterday.
No, you were?
Yes, I was cleaning out the woodshed at the time. Reminded me of you.
Yeah. Mr. Fields? Is that your nose or a new kind of flamethrower?
Very funny, Charles. Very funny. What's this kid doing around here anyway, Edgar?
Well, I'm going to be your caddy, Mr. Fields, and I'm going to keep score, too.
Uh-oh.
He says, thanks.
Well, would you rather I kept score, Bill?
Well, to be perfectly frank with you, Edgar, I never trusted either one of you.
Well,
What do you mean by that, Craig? I want you to know that Bergen is just an honest man, as you are. You crook, you.
Please.
That tips off the whole thing. You'd better come out of the sun, Charles, before you get unglued.
Do you mind if I stand in the shade of your nose?
Let's not start that now, fellas, please. Now, I'm sure that Charlie will be very fair scorekeeper for both.
Tell me, Charles, if I take 3 drives and 3 putts, what's my score?
Well, that's 3 and 3. That's 4, Mr. Fields. 4.
Oh, very good. Very good, Charles. How do you arrive at 4?
Well, I'll tell you. You see, when you were putting, a quarter fell out of your pocket.
Oh, yes. That sounds like a workable arrangement.
Oh, isn't this a lovely day, Bill? Lovely. You know, the air is so intoxicating.
Intoxicating?
Yeah.
It is, eh? Stand back and let me take a deep breath.
I want you to be quiet, Charlie. Mr. Fields is going to tee off.
Oh, yes.
Yes, quiet, please. I shall now take my usual stance.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. The ground's a little wet. Oh, no.
Quiet, you termites flop house.
Now, Charlie, I want you to keep quiet now. He's getting ready to drive.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Now, if you don't mind a suggestion, Bill, you're not holding your club right. Bend your elbow a little more.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Telling Fields how to bend his elbow. That's like carrying coals to Newcastle.
Charles, my little pal.
Yes, Mr. Fields?
Do you know the meaning of rigor mortis?
No, sir.
Well, you will in a minute.
Now, let's try and avoid that sort of a thing. And, Charlie, I want you to stop it.
Yes.
You see, you have Mr. Fields all unstrung.
Oh, yeah. Somebody get me a sedative with an olive in it.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Could I play through?
Well, we'd rather you didn't. You see, we're getting along in a minute now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, there's no harm in asking.
I wouldn't be so sure.
All right, Bill. Hadn't we better get on with the game now?
Of course, Edgar. Have a take. Did I ever tell you of the time I was caddy master at the Bunkverheiden Country Club?
No. Bunkverheiden? I didn't know he could say it. Oh,
that was a tough one to say, too. It was the top Mount Jungfrau in Switzerland.
All right, Bill. Now, there are people waiting to play through.
Oh, I have a lot of time left. Edgar, I hit a ball 9 3/4 miles. It rolled into an open manhole in front of Swobenholika's Rathskeller.
I don't believe I've ever heard of the place. I don't know where it is.
It's but a stone's throw from Wolfinger J. Uncoupler's place.
Yes. Well, I don't know where that is either. I don't know about that.
Oh, you don't get around much, do you?
I say, old chaps, would you mind awfully?
Yes, we would.
Oh, sorry.
By the way, Caddy, what's the score? How do I stand?
I often wonder.
But there is no score, Bill. We haven't started playing yet.
Oh, so we haven't, Caddy. You'd better give me my ball out of my golf bag.
Yes. Is it in this compartment, sir?
No, that's where I keep my olives.
Oh, I see. You know, this is the first golf bag I ever saw with a faucet on it. What's in there?
Oh, little snake bite remedy.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I'm the president of the Greens Committee.
Well, I'll take spinach.
Well, just what do you want?
Well, I'm afraid you're being a little too turf on the top. I mean, too rough on the top. I don't know what I mean.
What's the matter with that guy? Has he got DTs?
You see before you, gentlemen, the shattered wreck of a man, an unhappy creature who has ceased to know the joys of human existence.
Teetotaler, eh?
Sir, I have no sympathy for a man who is intoxicated all the time.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, you don't, eh?
No sympathy.
You have no sympathy for him.
Well, a man who's intoxicated all the time, what do you think? Just doesn't need any sympathy, I don't think.
No, it was my line. I forgot it.
I sure took it.
too.
Yeah, that's what you
It's a
had.
dandy, yeah.
You don't know how I enjoyed taking it, do you? I'll be happy all the rest of the day now.
Yes.
Would you like to hear my story, gentlemen?
Oh,
you're
is he
sick.
going to continue this thing?
What are you sad about, chum? What are you sad about?
Well, sir, I'll tell you. 6 months ago, my wife left me and went back to her mother.
Well, that's too bad, but why are you still crying?
Well, tomorrow she's coming back and bringing her mother with her.
Well, let's get on with the game, Bill. What do you say, huh?
Chaps, please, could I play through?
Say, what are you in such a rush about?
Well, I really should get home.
Why?
Well, you see, my house is on fire.
Oh, there's nothing now nicer than coming home to a warm house. Where was I?
Well, you were teeing off.
Oh, yes, I was teeing
Now,
off.
this time, keep your eye on the ball.
If you can get your eye to detour around your nose, yeah, all right.
Tell me, Charles, is it true that when you slide down a banister, the banister gets more splinters than you do?
Why, you bugle beak. Why don't you fill your nose with helium and rent it out for a barrage balloon? All right.
Listen, you animated hitching post, or I'll sick a beaver on you.
You'll do no such thing, Bill. You'll not harm a hair on this boy's head.
That's not the end I'm going to work on.
I'll clip you. Oh, I'll sneak around when he gets here, yes, indeed.
All right, young man. You better stay right here where you are.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And I think I hear Mr. Fields coming.
Oh. Oi, 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 oi. Are you sure he's coming, Bertie? You kidding me? No.
Yes, yes it is.
What?
Yes, it is, Charlie. Yes, it's W.C. Fields, all right.
Oh, can you see him?
Well, I can just see a little of it.
Yeah?
I can see him sticking his nose in the door. Sticking his nose in the door, yes.
Oh, well, then it'll be 5 minutes before he gets here. Jiggers! Jiggers! Let me out of here. Calling up the kill there.
All right.
Oh.
Hello, Edgar. How are you?
Oh, hello, Mr. Fields. Hello.
Where's the little woodpecker snack bar?
Yeah, well, now, Bill, I can explain everything about that incident.
Explain why your belligerent little bundling board perpetrated an act of sabotage by stretching a wire across my garden path.
Yes, I'd be glad to do that. You see, it was perfectly innocent, Bill. You see, he was setting a skunk trap. That's what he was doing.
Oh, a skunk trap.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. That covers everything.
Yeah.
Thanks for the compliment.
Oh, well, I didn't mean it that way.
That's okay. Nevertheless, the other evening, as I was traversing my garden in search of flora and fauna, Flora is my cook, you know.
Oh, I see.
That a likable young lady. Makes wonderful crepes
Yes,
and bread.
well, I believe all that, but that's really none of my
Well, I was walking along when I unexpectedly tripped, and the next thing I knew, I was prostrate on terra firma, which was not unusual in itself, but the circumstance...
Yes, I can believe that. But, Bill, let's get back to the skunk trap, remember?
Oh, you mean Flora?
No. The skunk trap.
I see what you mean.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, it was quite an experience.
Yeah?
I broke my femur and fractured my decanter.
Oh, no. Well, now, that does sound rather serious, Bill.
Yes, it was. I hurried to the hospital. Clang, clang, clang.
Clang. Yes, I remember that.
After 2 days in the hospital, I took a turn for the nurse. Work. Yes, it is. It's the secretary.
Yes.
And they took some beautiful x-rays of my legs. 6 reels of them.
6 reels, that's fine. A feature, huh?
Yeah.
What'd they find, Bill, in the...
Just as I expected. They found my leg was hollow.
Is that tell me, Bill, were you running a fever, too?
No, I had some trouble with that blood pressure.
Oh, I see. Rather high?
90 proof.
No, yes.
But a wonderful place, that hospital.
Yeah.
Very comfortable bed.
Well, that helps.
They even had mattresses on the wall.
They made you feel right at home, did they, Bill?
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, Bill. Until I suffered a nervous breakdown.
Now, don't tell me you had a nervous breakdown, Bill. Oh, that's awful. Well, Charlie certainly has caused you a lot of trouble, hasn't he?
I don't blame the little fella, Edgar. I love him. He's all right.
Oh, he's light.
Even though my fall also caused a pull tendon, Paget's disease, double vision, bad case of pernicious dandruff.
No.
Not to mention Logo and the Magogo and Ralph Adalda.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Complicated by a slight case of Miffenstiff and Boffindale and the slip...
What?
A slip sacroiliac.
No, that's slip what?
Thrown in, yeah.
Slip what was that?
Sacroiliac.
How do you spell that?
S-A-C-R-O hyphen.
Yeah.
From there on, you're on your own.
You know, Bill, it's really a wonder that you recovered from all that.
Oh, yeah, the croakers had given me up in despair. One day they discovered I had a passed the crises.
Oh, I see. So now it's crises, is it?
Yeah, it's a technical word.
Yes. Well, what day was it when you passed this crises?
The day they found me blowing the foam off my medicine.
That's a good time, isn't it?
I thought so,
yes.
yeah.
Well, when Charlie learns of this, Bill, he'll be very sorry. I know he'll be sorry. And I just want you to know, Bill, that he's ready and he's willing to apologize.
Oh, that's quite all right, Edgar. As a matter of fact, I'm very fond of the boy.
Yeah?
Where is the little fire hazard?
Yeah. I think I'll call him in, Bill. Just a moment. Oh, Charlie.
He's not here.
Never mind. Charlie.
Back here.
I want you to know that Bill is right here.
Yeah?
Yes, and he knows all about it.
Uh-huh.
And Charlie wants to talk to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Good evening, Mr. Fields.
What did he say?
I said, good evening, that's all.
Let's not jump at conclusions.
Charlie, I've been telling Mr. Fields that you want to apologize. Now, isn't that right?
Yes, it is. Yes, I do, Mr. Fields. I do.
Well, that's just fine, my little chum. There she goes again. That's Tell me, my little man, why did you set a trap in my garden? Don't you know there aren't any skunks there?
No skunks in your garden, Mister?
No.
I'm sorry.
No wildlife, with one possible exception. My place is occasionally infested with a herd of pink mastodons.
Pink mastodons. Oh, elephants. Yeah.
That's right.
I hear that the elephants around your place take aspirin to get rid of W.C. Fields.
How lovable little nipper. Is it true, Edgar, that Charlie can trace his ancestry back to an old chestnut stump, the abode of a family of polecats?
Yeah. Oh, this is like the old days, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, boy. Remember how we used to fight, Mr. Fields?
Yeah.
Foolish, wasn't it?
As far as my little friend. But we're above that sort of thing now.
Yes, those were the good old days, are they, Bill?
Yeah, remember the time I said I'd slice you into a Venetian blind?
Yeah.
That was a good one. I think it's over, was it?
Yeah, sure was. Remember how I topped you by saying that makes me shudder? That was good. I liked it.
Who said you topped me?
I topped you.
Why, the only laugh you ever got was a sneer from a disgruntled termite.
You keep that up and you play a return engagement at the hospital.
Better be careful, my little friend. You know, wood pulp is in the priority list.
Yeah, well, listen, you long-nosed anteater. Now, wait a minute,
dear doctor. Gentlemen, please, gentlemen.
Bergen, I'm afraid Mr. Fields just doesn't love me anymore, that's all.
Don't tell me I don't love you or I'll break every knot in your body.
Now, wait a minute. Please, that's the wrong attitude, Bill. Why can't we be friends? What do you say, Charlie?
Okay. I'll make one more attempt at appeasement.
Yes.
Then I'll fire on sight.
You'll do nothing of the kind, Charlie. You're going to be nice to Mr. Fields.
But he doesn't like me.
Why, I idolize the little chap. I'd do anything for him.
Would you, Mr. Fields?
Why, I'd be glad to. Anything the little chap craves.
Gee, well, Mr. Fields, I have a new bicycle, you see.
Oh, would you like a bell?
Well,
I can, I'm not affluent, but I could buy you a bell.
Well, that's nice that I have a bell, but I was just wondering if I could borrow... Oh, I don't suppose it'd be right.
Yes, it's all right,
Charles.
No, I love the little child.
No, it isn't right.
Oh.
Could I borrow your nose for a tail light? No.
So you see, Edgar, it's no use.
Well, Bill, it's only the mischief in the boy. That's all it is.
That's what makes him say those things. Why, Charlie is his own worst enemy.
Not while I am around, he's not. Can he borrow my nose for a tail light? Why, I'll fill him full of lead and use him for a pencil.
Yeah. Let go of my lap, old Bergen. Here, wait a minute. I want to hang one on him.
No, you don't, Harry. Now, stop it. Remember, Mr. Fields is not a well man, are you, Bill?
No, that's right, Edgar.
Yeah.
I've been a fragile thing of beauty ever since I was born.
Why, you weren't born. You were squeezed out of a bar rag. Now...
The music, Professor. That music? There isn't much of it, is there? Not much body to it. Well, keep going. I'll hop on when you get faster and louder. The little song is entitled The Adventures of Michael Finn, familiarly known to his intimates as Mickey Finn. Very pretty title, if I may hazard an opinion.
Thank you, sir.
Did you write it?
No.
Oh, that's fine. Think you better put a little oil on it? Maybe a Vaseline to cold cream it, yeah. Now, there was once a country boy whose heart was full of joy to thee. He got claustrophobia from living in the open spaces. So he packed his portmanteau and he journeyed to the metropolis and engaged comfortable quarters with a respectable family in Yonkers, New York. I made very dear friendships in Yonkers in my younger days, Professor. Mr. Burton, proceed, yeah. His heart was set on becoming a banker and wearing a high silk hat. And to make people respect him until the very day they would put him in jail. Getting impatient, Mr. Burton?
Wait for Mr. Fields, Professor.
He secured a position on an ice wagon. I got the note wrong there, didn't I? Where his collateral was soon frozen. Collateral soon frozen is rather deep. But he worked diligently and served ice with alacrity. And it wasn't long before he had accumulated nearly $1,000 in his own right. I bet it slipped through his fingers like glue, don't you think so? This song has philosophy galore. He shunned even companions, and when they said he was a sissy... Wait for those long C's, Professor. Maybe a musical critic in front. He would reply, go milk your goat, or shut up your big mouth. He's evidently a whiz at repartee, this character. He began to wear good clothes, and he had his adenoids removed. And he suffered sunburn tonsils caused from looking up at high structures. Wasn't that enough music there, was there? No. He called on a doctor who treated the poor for nothing and added it on to the rich Bill's poor, poor Bill's rich. I've done nothing. The doctor was hard of hearing. They should put better print on here. And then he convinced him that he was poor. So he charged him $50 and told him it was practically nothing.
Oh, Bill. Bill.
Did you ever hear me that sing one about Pincus and Milton down on the OH-10?
No, and I do not care to hear it. Thank you. Please now, please.
Am I true?
Yes, definitely.
Who pays off here? And I don't mean so properly.
Thank you. heavens, what's that noise?
This chair. I must have crossed it with a one-string fiddle. Listen, see if I can make it play the Narcissus.
Be quiet, Mr. Fields. Here, give me that.
Okay, cut it. Guess it's nervous. You in the show, too?
No, there weren't any seats left, so they let me sit up here on the stage. What's the name of this show?
I don't know. I think it's a Lucky Strike program.
Mr. Fields, didn't you promise not to mention the product? That's the announcer's job.
He asked me, didn't he? You gotta be civil if a man asks you civil questions.
Yes, but...
My father was a Civil War veteran. And I've got a brother who's a civil engineer.
Oh.
It's in the family to be civil.
Be quiet until I return. I'll be right back.
Bit grouchy, isn't he?
He certainly is.
I'll give you one of my cards if I can find my card case. It's not in this pocket either. You don't get half your stuff back from the cops these days. Have you seen the new police stations they're building all around the country?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they're wonderful. It's a pleasure to be in.
Say, I think your friend is trying to get your attention.
You know, a friend of mine, he's the announcer. We've had a couple of run-ins already. Can't mention the product. You just heard me tell him off. Here he comes.
Mr. Fields, the microphone picks up every word you say. Now, be quiet. You understand English, don't you?
I'll tell you a very funny story about that.
Mr. Fields, I implore you. Later on, when you do your sketch, the orchestra will keep quiet. Kindly show them the same courtesy.
Courtesy?
Now, please listen to the music. You evidently don't like music.
Well, I won't say I like it, and I won't say I dislike it. Let me put it this way. I don't mind it. When I studied the hand organ...
But surely, Mr. Fields, everyone must have at least one favorite selection.
You ever hear that song, Throw the Horse Over the Fence? With some hay? Shh. Man, I won't mention hay on this program.
No. Mr. Fields, it'll be better for all concerned if you go out in the hall until we need you. There you can do anything. Stand on your head for all I care.
I can hardly stand on my feet.
Get out.
Got a cigarette on you?
No, get out. Come on, get out. Get out.
I'm not having a lucky. Let's go. Let's down. I could call it.
All right, then. If you want to stay in here, you sit down and keep quiet. They're calling.
See that big lump trying to rough me up?
Yeah, he's pretty tough.
I wish he was a champion of the world. Got a cigarette on you?
Yeah, I've got one. It's a Lucky Strike.
Don't let them hear you mention Lucky Strike. They'll throw you out, too.
Well, why? Don't they like Lucky Strike?
Sure, everybody does. To my mind, it's the finest cigarette in the country.
Mr. Fields, right out this door, please.
Come on.
Sure. That's a relief.
Best cigarette in the country, in the city, too, for that matter, you lug.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the dramatic highlight of the evening, where we trace the weekly adventures of Mr. Whipsnade at work and at play. Tonight, we find him very much at play.
Tell him who plays the part.
Huh? Oh, yes. W.C. Fields plays the part of Larceny Whipsnade.
Not Larceny Whipsnade. Larson E. Whipsnade. Break it up.
If you'll just take a moment to get into character, Mr. Fields, I'll go on and set the scene.
Okay.
Tonight, Mr. Whipsnade is giving a party in celebration of having just inherited a department store. But it seems that his legal advisor has more serious things on his mind. As our curtain rises, we look into the quiet, suburban home of his attorney. He's reading the paper. His wife is knitting.
Chauncey, dear, I think the house is on fire.
Say, don't you know?
I can smell something burning, can't you?
Yes, I can. What is it?
Oh, I better have a look. Ah, Chauncey! The whole hall is full of smoke, and it's the cook's night out.
Now, that's a silly remark.
Chauncey, hurry, do something.
Well, the first thing to do is phone the fire
But
department.
the phone's in the hall. You can't get to it. You'll suffocate in that smoke.
I'll get to it, all right.
Oh, that must be the fire department calling us. They must have seen the smoke.
Quiet. You think you can't hear this phone at all? Can't think I heard a thing. Hello?
Hello. Is this the fire department?
Hello, that's you, Bigglehole?
Yes.
Bigglehole.
Yes, it's me. But I'm
Guess
trying...
who lives there? Larson E., your old friend, Larson E. Whipsnade.
Yeah, how do you do? Will you please get off the wire?
How's everything, Bigelhole? All quiet along the Wang Fu? I haven't cut off. Here, I'll call him back. Whipsnade again. Say, I'll tell you why I called you up. I'm thinking of getting away from all this, Bigelhole.
Mr. Whipsnade.
To call the open road. Get into the trailer and take along only the bare necessities of life. Food, clothing, and a blonde.
Mr. Whipsnade, I beseech you, get off the line.
Yes, I have one in mind. She's a softball player. Plays for the Dipsy Doodle Dairy Company. Plays catcher. Bit on the heavy side around the ankle. Sliding into faces, I suppose.
Look, Mr. Whipsnade, I've got to report
Yeah,
fire.
she's got lots of fire. Unusual for a blonde.
Mr. Whipsnade, look, I'm afraid you'll have to hang up.
Hang us up? Not a chance in the world. My aunt, Mayhem Whipsnade, died. Choked to death eating a cream puff. Left me half interest in the department store and a quarter interest in the distillery.
Yeah, but look here.
Yeah, it's too bad it wasn't around the other way. Yeah, they want to make me manager, janitor or something. Hello! Haven't cut off again. That operator must be drunk. Here, I'll get her back.
Hello?
Whipsnade again. I need your advice, Bigelhole. You think I'd be happier in a department store or a brewery?
Yes.
More work in a department store is my guess.
Oh, dear. This is terrible.
That nasty cough you got there, Bigelhole. Reminds me of one I picked up in Budapest.
Mr. Whipsnade, listen.
I'm listening. Very good. You're coughing better. Bit on the bronco side.
Listen to what I'm trying to say.
Huh?
Our house is on fire.
Your house?
Yes.
Your house on fire?
Yes.
Well, where are you talking from?
From the house.
From the house that's on fire?
Yes.
Godfrey Daniel. Are you doing anything about it?
Oh.
You should be calling the fire department.
I will if you clear the line.
Well, I'll tell you what listen. I'll tell you.
What's name?
Say, shut that door, will you? Serve those yaps sarsaparilla from now on.
Look here, Mr. Whipsnade.
Fire ought to scourge the mankind. Of course, fire at sea is even more dreadful.
Yes, I know, but...
I remember 7 years ago. It was my first trip down to the Antipodes.
Mr. Whipsnade.
Huh?
Mr. Whipsnade, this is no time for anecdotes.
Artichokes, yes, in abundance. I was down there representing the California Fruit Growers Association. Fire at sea. Had fun through it all, though.
Mr. Whipsnade.
Even the captain got seasick.
Mr. Whipsnade, I ask you to please... Oh!
Mr. Whipsnade.
That's you, Mrs. Bigelhole? Yes. Good evening. Long time no see. Well, let's drop over and meet the mob.
We are having a fire at present.
Oh, couldn't you get over for just a little while?
If you know what's good for you, you'll get off of this wire. We wish to call the fire department.
Oh, certainly, Mrs. Bigelhole. Say, you'll find them a noble body of men, the fire laddies or smoke eaters. Day and night, always ready, with a clang, clang, clang. What is that sound? I remember that one there.
Oh, will you hang up, Owen?
Oh, absolutely. Now, listen, if there's anything else I can do, Mrs. Bigelhole, don't hesitate to phone me. Phone's on fire, just telegraph. Fire in the home for Mr. and Mrs. Bigelhole. I better get him again.
Hello.
Hello, Bigelhole. Have you got the fire department yet?
I don't get a chance to. You keep calling back.
Huh?
Look, Mr. Whipsnade, my hall is filled with smoke. My lungs are filled with smoke.
What brand are you smoking?
My wife has disappeared.
How's the roof holding up?
I don't know.
Well, say, by the way, Bigelhole, you know the technique of calling the fire department?
Oh.
I tell you, you can usually find the correct number in the front cover of the telephone book.
With what may be my last breath, Mr. Whipsnade, I implore you to...
Yeah, I know. Here, wait, I'll get the phone book. Look up the number for you. Poor devil. The book's right here. I can reach it easily.
I can...
Glassware. Knocked over nearly a full quart, too. Only 2 drinks out of that bottle.
Look, Mr.
Very curious thing. There was a Persian cat laying right at the top of my book phone.
Yes, but don't you see...
Bookcase. Talking that flicker. Don't own a cat either. Must belong to the neighbors. Might have been a big rat with long fur. I know we have rats.
I know, but look here.
Here's the book. Wait, man. Let me see. Emergency call. Now listen attentively. Emergency. If you call or dial operator, say Bigelhole. That's it in a nutshell. You simply call the operator. Where is he? Hello. Hello? 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 Oh, I bet the wires are down, too. I'll get the operator myself.
Operator?
Huh?
Operator?
That you, operator?
Yeah.
I thought it was that chair squeaking again. Say, operator, can I report a fire by saying to you I want to report a fire?
Yeah.
Wonderful. What an improvement on the old way of running out on the street and yelling fire until your lungs give out.
What's your street number, please?
My street number? 605 North Bluebird.
605 North Bluebird?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonder what you wanted my number for. Somebody tapping on the door. We have company. Oh, it's a fire company. What's that? Oh, hook and ladder. I thought it was those drunken painters back again.
Say, where's the fire? I don't even smell smoke.
Fire? Oh, yeah, fire. I know where there's a good fire. Over at my seat, up at my lawyer's house. Just let me make a call here. I'll find plenty of work for you tonight.
Hello.
Hello, Bigelow. Yeah, I know you're coughing a million. Hurry, just whipsnake. Say, I've got the fire department in my house.
Oh, I knew it'd be you.
Hey, you wouldn't like to come over for a cocktail and ride back on the hook and ladder with us, would you? Or are you too busy?
Mr. Whipsnake, all our belongings are gone. All our clothing burned up.
Your clothes are burned up. Aren't you cold? You're getting them all. You're running around a damp house with any clothes on. Good gracious, fire in the home.
Did you ever expect trouble and look forward to it? Well, that's the spot I'm in right now, for with the arrival of Bill Fields, my trouble begins, and I love it. So come on, trouble, and welcome W.C. Fields. Hello, Bill. How you feeling?
I feel fine, Don. How are you?
Well, I was all right up to now.
Fear not, my Bonamici. Get that one, Don? Isn't it good? Bonamici. Rather tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it.
I thought it up myself. I had 2 elephants once.
Now, Bill. That's just one of the things you shouldn't say. Now, you know very well.
Don't tell me I know. I got a memorandum on the way in. Here it is. I'll read it to you, Don. Number 1. Don't mention the picture company you're working for.
That's correct. That's right.
They evidently mean Paramount Moving Picture Corporation. Adolf Zucker, the president.
Now, Bill, please.
Little fella.
Yeah. Please.
I'm reading, Don. Number 2, don't mention the coffee concern you're working for.
That's right.
Jason Sanborn.
Oh, now, Bill, please.
I'm still reading, Don.
All right.
Donald Briggs will tell the public that Jason Sanborn coffee is put in bags scientifically treated to withstand the air, rain, elements, thunder.
Oh, now, Bill.
Protected against fire, theft, and cyclones while traveling in Mexico and the Dominion of Canada and the Gobi Desert of Mongolia.
Bill, please.
Jason Sanborn coffee and dinosaur eggs a la papa is relished by the Gobyites.
Well, are you through?
For the nonsense.
Okay. Now, don't number 3. Don't mention elephants. Elephants get under my skin.
You sure they're elephants, Don?
Now, not changing the subject, Bill. Where did you get that badge you're sporting on your manly chest?
Oh, this was given to me by Biscaloose.
You don't mean Sheriff Biscaloose?
I don't mean Pippendale's blind aunt. Biscaloose and I were very dear friends. I met him whilst vacationing in Alcatraz prison.
Alcatraz?
Yeah, it's a big iron boarding house. Clang, clang, clang. We are the boys from Alcatraz.
Bill, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I'm singing. We don't belong to the regulars. They send us every year.
A little throaty there. Go ahead.
Look, what brought you to Alcatraz,
I was
Bill?
rehearsing Romeo.
Oh, you mean Romeo and Juliet?
No, just Romeo. In the midst of rehearsals, I was suddenly whisked away to Alcatraz.
Oh, you must have been a pretty bad actor.
There were extenuating circumstances, Don. I was very excited.
And they sent you to Alcatraz prison for rehearsing Romeo and Juliet?
Wait, Don. We had no balcony in our modest little home. So I had taken a ladder with me to a neighbor's chateau. I had gently placed the ladder against the balcony and with great caution ascended.
Yeah, go on, Bill. You were ascending the ladder.
Oh, yes. Then suddenly, instead of Juliet, who should appear on the balcony but a new character in the guise of a constable? Followed by 3 other Mounties.
Mounties?
Well, imagine my great amazement and consternation when the officer suddenly discovered that I had been framed. Someone had inadvertently or maliciously placed a pearl necklace in my pocket. Odd pieces of jewelry.
Yes?
A cameo of Martha Washington. Some knives and forks.
Yeah, go on, Bill.
And while I had my back turned, some villainous wag, some malcontent, evidently a red, had stuck a bag in my hands filled with silver. A silver dining set, 2 plates and 1 cup missing. A gold candelabra, one of the candles still burning.
One of the candles still burning?
Yes, that attracted the Mounties' attention. Don, the ignominy of it all.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Bill. You were framed.
Yes, I was framed like my poor dear father before me. He was a kindly old fellow, a picture of man. They finally framed him and hung him in the old courthouse in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Bill, how did you get that badge?
Oh, do you want me to tell the whole thing over again right from the beginning?
No. In fact, I'm sorry I heard it the first time.
Excuse me, Don. Am I intruding?
Well, frankly, Edgar, I'm glad you're here.
I hope I didn't interrupt anything important.
Oh, not at all, Edwin, not at all.
Bill, I just came here to tell you something about Charlie.
I know enough about him already.
Now listen, Mr. Fields, I got a bone to pick with you.
Pick your head off.
Gee whiz, Mr. Fields.
Now, you've got Charlie all upset, Bill. He's tried all sorts of ways to make friends with you.
Yes, I've had people intercede for me, and I brought you a bouquet of flowers.
Nosegay, go on.
Now I don't know what to do nor where to go.
I can tell you where to go and what to do. If you want me to go into details.
I don't know. No matter what I say, it seems to be the wrong thing.
Then sew a button on your lip.
Now, Bill, Charlie really isn't feeling well at all. Look how pale he is.
He needs a new coat of paint and a little varnish fire foam. There's those teeth again. Yeah. Little furniture varnish.
Mr. Fields, my mind is made up. I'm determined to fight fire with fire.
You know what happens to the little boys who play with fire.
Don't mind Charlie, Bill. His bark is really worse than his bite.
I'll rip off his bark and bite off his limb.
This is going far enough. I've been a little gentleman up to now, but now, Mr. Fields, I'll clip you so help me, I'll mow you down. That's
Go ahead, I'll sick a woodpecker on you.
Well, I don't know what to do about this, Bill. You know Charlie holds you very dear.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of deers, I saw a deer killed by a train this morning out in the country.
Was the deer on the railroad track, Mr. Fields?
Yeah, no. The train ran up into the woods after him. Caught him between 2 trees and pounced on him. What's the matter with that kid?
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. As usual, we get the invitations and Bill Fields gets the results. Thank you very much, W.C. Fields.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, close to the platform. Step out of the gutter bar and let the water run. You'll hear absolutely free of charge my charming daughter, Poppy, the flower of the song world. in a song recital, and I shall accompany her on that noble instrument, the Cadula Cadula. I thank you. It is my privilege and pleasure to introduce the most remarkable scientific discovery of modern times. Purple bark sarsaparilla, $1 a bottle. 4 quarters, 1 smacker. Purple bark sarsaparilla, ladies and gentlemen, the one cure. Remedy for man, beast, fish, and fowls. Grow hair on a billiard ball.
Will it grow hair in a pool ball?
All but the 8 ball.
It's a fake.
Oh, you impugn my honor.
So that sawing a woman in half a fake. I saw her afterwards in a restaurant.
Well, you astound me. I thought they were killing from 8 to a dozen women a day.
Let me through here. Let me through. I want to see the man who sells that remedy.
Ah, that's fine. Let the lady through. How do you do? Lovely weather we're having. How many bottles? Quick.
None. I bought 1 bottle of that bile stuff from you yesterday.
Oh, so you did. And how's your Adam's apple today?
I never had an Adam's apple.
Oh, how unfortunate.
You sold me this stuff for my dyspepsia. I spilled a little on the floor last night, and my cat licked it up.
And this morning, expect to read it in your bulldog's eye. How interesting.
He's dead.
Overdose. He should have only taken a nip. Cat nip.
That medicine of yours killed him.
Just a moment. Step aside, young lady. Step aside. It cures hoarseness. Ladies and gentlemen, it cures hoarseness. It cures the most stubborn case of hoarseness. 1 little drop of this bottle, I guarantee, will cure the most gunning trace. Oh. It cures hoarseness!
Sheriff, over this way.
Yes,
he is over
Dad,
here.
we better get out of here quick, Dad.
Quiet, dear. Ixnay, I can try.
Sheriff!
But she's getting the sheriff. Come on,
He's
Dad.
only twitting, dear. Just have fun. I'll probably sell a bottle of the Gildersleeve.
Where is he? Point him out.
Look, Dad, she did get the sheriff.
There he is, Sheriff.
Hey, you. He's coming over here.
Poppy, my child.
What, Dad?
Take it on the lamb, my little fawn. The Bunyan steeplechase is on.
There they go.
Here's Craig.
Stop, come on now. Get him in.